I'm moving over to like a vlog sort of format now to like just offload some like heavy personal like stuff that's going on in my mind, brain, world. We'll keep documenting my thoughts and feelings and perceptions because I know I'm onto something. This is one warning I can see, which it's not even prophecy. It's just like predicting from how we are now and where we come from. If people don't start opening up the right brain hemisphere, the subconscious mind, brain, and synchronizing it with the left, and become more impaired in their brains with too much left brain activity, there's going to be massive amounts of people with dementia. Dementia is one of the 9 health priorities in Australia. And when you have dementia, you don't know who you fucking are. You can't remember a lot of things, and who you're living in. You don't even recognise faces anymore. That's schizophrenia family kind of styles. The expected dementia is going to rise. Doctors and scientists saw at the turn of the century with introduction of industrialisation that people was starting to get brain impairments from being too much in the left brain. And people not wanting to expand their belief and see the bigger picture and find meaning in things. So, and not only are you going to get dementia, but I can say now, as someone who has been kind of like, accused of being crazy and told I'm being crazy, and people not believing me, and living in a world where people are just like ignorant, not wanting to fucking care or listen, you're going to have a real shit time having dementia in aged care in a society that disregards the elderly, surrounded by horrible people that don't understand you and degrade you and baby you and treat you like an invalid because they don't believe you. When I was a community nurse, I loved my dementia patients. I'd always sit with them and have entertaining yarns with them. I always let them know I'm believing them. It's imagination. It's actually better for them when they feel believed. I don't see other nurses ever doing that kind of thing. You know, so this is a really big warning to you guys. You know, we still have a chance with the children because they're born perfect, and then they unlearn all their perfectness and get conditioned through life. So I'm going to be holding the fort for them, the children, in years to come, as one of the only fucking actually like sane adults maybe that they might ever fucking know, because around in my community and what I'm seeing, what the people I'm bumping up against, is like probably 0.5 of the population of people that I meet, 0.5% of them actually fucking are on this drift, and believe me, we need more people on this drift, guys, like for society. You know, about 30 or 40% of my time every day, my brain activity, my mind, my thoughts, are going round and round on the left logical, rational, analysing brain, doubting myself, thinking I'm fucking crazy and delusional for thinking what I'm thinking and believing what I'm believing and wanting to fucking be a crusader and fight, battle fucking evil and, you know, ancestors and all this sort of stuff. 30-40% of my day I'm spent questioning my insanity. You know, I kind of sit there and go, oh, you know what, it's all in your head, nah, it's okay, you're getting all carried away, imagination with you, you know what I mean? And I relax into that feeling of just surrendering into knowing, oh, it's okay, you're just a bit fucking unwell. And then more things will happen in my environment or interactions with people, or something will be said, or synchronicities will happen that will just shock me back to the truth of, no, you actually are right and you're on the right track. It's just that everybody else doesn't want to like see it. So 30-40% of my time, just questioning my insanity, frankly, is a waste of my time, when I could be doing more better things with my brain, more useful things. A delusional, insane person does not question their own sanity. I'm gonna like show you like a couple of videos of where this is said in a scientific text, because I'm not a scientist or a doctor, okay? I'm not a brain expert, alright? This is just what I've learned along in my life. I've been using dream analysis, self-analysis, what's the word? Unmasking my self-deception, pain, healing trauma, feeling connected with nature, you know, like, if you want to feed your left brain, right brain hemisphere, like, synchronicities, it's more than just putting on binaural beats at 500 megahertz, whatever YouTube music in the background when you go to sleep. It's a bit more effort than that. You know, you can do things like do a little bit of practice writing with the other hand that's not your writing hand every day. Learn an instrument, learn a new skill. There's so much like you can do, but it takes proactive effort. Meditation is one. Deep breaths, cold showers, dopamine release. You know, like if you're really serious about your well-being and wanting to get better and well, you'll find things out there that will help you. Like I did with myself. And when you feel it's effective and helped you, of course you want to share it with others, like I am. Because, yourself has to break down into all these segments, and you just have to fucking take a big look at all the chunks of yourself and just be realistic with yourself and be like, fuck, I'm a bit fucked up there, I'm a bit fucked up here. Oh, you gotta put yourself back together and try and be a whole fucking unit every day and keep your shit together, you know? As well as follow the program and the rules and the fucking bullshit society stuff. It's a challenge. It's invigorating. I actually like it. I've made the most out of my situation in life. As much as I can. I mean, sometimes it's miserable. I allow emotions to come over me and do their thing and leave. I allow my mind to imagination land and wander. I imagine fucking possibilities. I feel connected to a bigger part of a collective. This is all right brain stuff. And it's really vital that we do this, because we're so out of sync with ourselves and our true natures, and reality is so distorted. We have really distorted views of what's fucking real and what's important, and just so blinded by like truth of what's in front of them that it just turning into mindless robots. Like, do you want to be a mindless robot that just follows the fucking program your whole life? Or do you want to fucking engage in your life and make the most out of it? I know I go on about colonialism and slaves and money banks, evil cunts and all that sort of stuff, but I'm actually, like, the conditions for me is, like, I can handle it, and I like it. I like to go to work. I like to be around people. I like to spend money. I can't save, but, you know, but there are some others out there who, you know, just, they didn't ask for this. They didn't ask to be born in this world and become a taxpayer, and that's all they are until they reach a certain age, and then they retire, and then you're just meant to just fucking shrivel up and die somewhere. You're not valued or important. All elderly are valued and important. All children are pure angels and teachers. Every minute that we spend with our loved ones is vital and precious. Tomorrow's not promised. When you're born, you're not promised comfort and security and safety and convenience. That's all a lie. And this kind of programming has brought us to a point now where we're like, we don't even want to feel the tiniest bit of pain or hear the tiniest bit of truth or do a tiniest bit of effort for something, because we're just so used to, like, things being so fucking, like, easy and being coddled and enabled and, like, parented by this system that's running us like this. And I could go into history, but I won't get ranting on in this video, but, like, I'm starting to get to the point where, like, I don't really care about you guys anymore. I just care about the future world that my children are going to live in. That's why I keep fighting to do this. You know? And my life has meaning, and it's traumatic, and it's isolating, and I'm alone a lot of the time, not believed. I'm sometimes actually very frightened. I went to watch a movie last night, it scared the shit out of me. Moonfall. Oh my god. If you're a conspiracy theorist with a mental health issue, don't go and see that movie alone. It's fucking terrifying. And then I was able to, like, get through it. I was crying, laughing, scared. It was like a freaking scary, exhilarating ride at Movie World or something. And then at the end of it, I realised that here we go. It's another movie with this stupid message that aliens, you know, like our ancestors were aliens from an advanced race, not on Earth, and then they, like, made AI, and then AI was, like, good at first and then took over, and then the alien ancestors lived in amazing fifth-dimensional space shuttles and like stored their DNA for Earth, and that's where we're going. I don't want to hear any more about these ancestors' DNA ancestors with the aliens. My ancestors not aliens, okay? My ancestors from the Earth, as are all of yours, but you might be forgetting. I know there are other people like me. I was hoping to kind of connect with them, but all I'm getting on the YouTube actually is quite negative. So, I mean, I can deal with it. It's not great for my mental health to be getting, you know, told I'm crazy online and stuff by people who don't know me, and trolls and stuff. But like, I just maintain my integrity, and I just keep exploring, and you know, may never connect with other people like this, but. If you like took the time to watch a few different topics of my videos, you'd see that I'm very heavily invested in collective concerns, and I have been for some time. And I recognise that things have come my way in life where I've had to act and action things, and I had a kind of obligation within that time to step up and do what was right, and I did it, and I was brave, and it was scary, but I did it. And because of that, more missions keep coming my way all the time. I can't keep up with the freaking missions and the causes and the movements. Like, honestly, I've got a lot on my plate. I've got the AIs. I've got the future AIs that we can't let the elitists get their hands on. I've got you know, the psychosis that I've been going through, that Carl Jung experienced with the, you know, like afterlife in jeopardy. I've got this like worrying trans political correctness buzz moving forward that I think is going to take us into alteration culture society. I've got China and Russia and America. I've got dumb Prime Minister in Australia. A lot of ignorant programmed people in my country. I've got constantly hearing stories in my community and country of women getting horribly like raped and violence and domestic violence, and families getting thrown apart. I am, you know, up and down on the kind of relationship with my kid's dad and me. You know, depending on if we're good, I'm good. But if me and him are not good, I'm definitely not good, and I get very upset. I'm seeing the social atrophy of morals and ethics amongst people. I'm seeing men and women behaving very poorly. I'm seeing like a lot of infiltration going on the internet with these galactic federations and these like prophecies, these indigenous prophecies, which are just totally like taken out of context by some non-indigenous corporation to like propaganda their way into like people's minds, infiltrating people who are starting to wake up. I'm watching researchers that are finding evidence of giants and fucking alignments, mountains in Britain that align with the zodiac signs perfectly, and like hieroglyphic, all this other ancient history stuff, which is fascinating for me. It gets me way too hyped up and manic, and I know that I need to share what I know to add into that mix. But of course, who the fuck's going to listen to me? I'm just a fucking crazy schizophrenic from Mount Druitt. So, and not to mention, I'm getting bombarded with synchronicities and symbolisms in my everyday life, sending me messages, probably from ancestors, maybe from infiltrators, colonizers, whatever, people in rooms and basements with transmitters. I, honestly, if I was really delusional and paranoid and unwell, I'd be too scared to talk about this stuff online. I know everyone is being watched. We always have been watched. There's an element of an experiment to our lives. The technologies that we've been kind of like given or coming up with over the history of time have benefited our society and progressed us forward extremely well. But the intentions of the introductions or the way that the technology was introduced has not been by good means. And there's a whole range of things I could say to add to that, but I'll just leave it at that because, you know, don't want to be like all conspiracy theories. And I'll just end it on one thing. I can't get over how angry I am at everyone because you know the crises that are going on in the planet. You got your head buried in the sand and worried about your own little selfish lives instead of trying to fucking make an effort to try and make the future better. Like, you know about climate change, you know about the injustices, you know about the kids being locked up in jails here, you know about the pedophile rings, you know about all these evils and worries and concerns that I know, but you don't care anymore, or like you're just so absorbed in your own little world, you can't get out of your own little like brains. Like, that makes me the most angry, because there's a lot of people like me, my age, who are in a like position to try and, you know, look after their families, but also step outside and like try and like be there for community. Like, I had an ambulance come and pick me up the other day and take me to mental hospital. I was there for 6 days. They kicked me out. They fucking treated me like I was just like wasting their time. I was kind of on a holiday, you know, getting free meals every day. My friend came over to mow the lawns while I was in hospital, God love him, and it was then that the neighbour came and approached him and was like, oh, what's happened? She was taken by an ambulance to hospital. Like, she wanted to know the gossip. But she never called no ambulance when I'm in my house screaming at 3 a.m. in the morning from emotional pain, having a psychosis. But she wants to go and talk to my friend about, like, the juicy goss. I had another neighbour like this too. You know, like, this is not neighbourly, this is not community at all. So sorry, I just had to say that. Like, we're more interested in hearing, like, the gossip and the, like, oh my god, is she crazy? Also, I want to talk about the word crazy. That word is used so fucking loosely to explain a myriad of things that are not crazy. So it's alright for Britney Spears to sing in her song, crazy, I've never decided I'm in too deep. So when Britney starts singing about how she was crazy back in 2002s and 3s and sexy little outfits, that was like, okay, it's like cool crazy, sexy Britney crazy, but like when people start saying stuff and actually acting crazy, it's like, ooh. Or if people get emotionally distressed to the point where they like can't even hold a proper conversation together, crazy. And then not only that, but the crazy people that you fucking calling crazy, why don't you reach out to someone who's crazy and unwell and like show support to them that you care? That's heartless. So yeah, there's a lot of whole that going on. But luckily, like, I'm bipolar and I can take on challenges like this head on. You know, you need brave, crazy people like us. Look at the world. The world's gone mad. Are you awake? Are you seeing what's going on? Like, we started going down a wonky world since 9/11. And then after Trump got elected, and it's just gone wonky still. So get ready for more wonkiness. Not like the Willy Wonka and Chocolate Factory type kind.